So I just want to briefly talk about something that for me is pretty personal, but also connects with the political world, and it's the fact that my cat, who is over here trying to knock over the camera, is he was just diagnosed with cancer, and this is him here, being a little squirmy wormy, and he is the sweetest thing. He's just a sweet and beautiful person. And so, anyways, we have him on insurance. Now, the twisty thing about, cat and dog insurance is, one, there's tremendous limitations to the way that they pay out, right? So they'll limit the percentage. He only gets 70% coverage up to about $7,000, right? And then after that, you're entirely on your own. But also, when we got him on insurance, they were very clear that anything that he had previously, they don't come anywhere near to covering, even if those things weren't like directly connected, right? So if he had, an issue, say, with his stomach or something, they would say, well, anything stomach related, even if it wasn't connected to that, just in case they were connected, we will not cover, say. So I guess we're lucky that he didn't have any indications of having cancer when we got him on insurance, because otherwise they would not cover it, right? And these kinds of treatments, like stupid amounts of money, it'll be well over that $7,000 mark, for one. So the reason why I mention it in terms of politics is it reminds me of how my father, he had MS, and it made it so that he couldn't leave his job because he wouldn't be able to get insurance. In other words, that he was diagnosed with it under a particular job, and he had that insurance, so that insurer had to cover it at that point because it had been while he was on the insurance. But if he had left it, other insurers would never pick him up, or if they did, the cost would be so high that there would be kind of no point. You wouldn't be able to pay it or whatnot. And it reminds me of how it wasn't that long ago that Donald Trump and MAGA and conservatives and Republicans were doing everything that they could to repeal the ACA, Obamacare, to basically bring us back to a world where we would have insurance like, my poor cat does, where, they can turn you down for pre-existing conditions, or they can ratchet up the prices for pre-existing conditions as much as they can. That it was this hell where you'd be stuck in a job because for fear that you would lose your insurance, right? Or if you didn't, have insurance at the time you got diagnosed with something, you would never be able to get it. And it was a Republican who helped save it. John McCain was the only one. But other than that, the realization that they want to get rid of it, that they have this idea that if it's privatized, it would be better. Well, we're out here with privatized cat insurance, and it's all hell.